LightWork Talent Management allows companies to manage employee performance by identifying strengths and areas for improvements, establishing individual or team goals, and tracking them through the review period. Using our journals can also facilitate this. LightWork is 100% browser-based and is supported by multiple browsers. We offer two deployment methods: subscription-based and hosted on your servers, or software as a service and hosted by LightWork. Some of the features of LightWork Talent include flexible workflow for reviewers, including peer reviews, manager-only reviews, self-appraisals, and 360 reviews. Goal management, our phrase selector, which is a tool for reviewers to select from a list of predefined comments appropriate to the rating and competency being rated. Journals, which can be used to make any notes regarding performance throughout the review period. Tracking conversations with employees for quarterly check-ins regarding accomplishment of goals, successes, or disciplinary actions. LightWork has integrations with many HR payroll software vendors. If it is not on this list, no worries. LightWork Connector allows us to create new integrations based upon your specifications. LightWork Alerts and Workflow allows for notification of specific events concerning the process of your appraisals, such as an appraisal's due date, appraisals waiting on actions based upon a due dates for upcoming goals or accomplishments, and more. Now we will take a look at the software as a manager and demonstrate the functionality we just described. I am logging in as a manager, Hugh Allen, from my web browser. The first thing that you'll see is the dashboard. Under the All Work area is everything that this manager has action that he needs to take care of. If we hover over the Reviewer Insight, you will see the status of each appraisal. My Journals gives an idea of journals that Hugh Allen, as the manager, has created, whether they are for himself or his employees. Under My Team is all of the employees that report directly to me, which I can click on and view their profiles. Under Appraisals Needed, these are upcoming appraisals that are due for an employee that I can create right from my dashboard. I'm going to open up the appraisal that's already been created. On the top of the ribbon, you'll see under the profile, I can view this employee's job history, attendance transactions, all of their goals, journals, and appraisal history. Under the Reports tab are any of the appraisal forms that I've created based upon the appraisal process that I'm using. I can also show instructions, so I can give very brief instructions or detailed instructions for how the employee, manager, or an approver needs to finish this appraisal. To score the appraisal, I'm going to click on Rate. This opens up the appraisal for editing. Click on the rating that you want based upon the competency. And if you'd like to enter comments, you can use the phrase selector. This gives you a list of phrases based upon the rating you've given and the competency. Click on the next button, and you can continue through for each of your ratings. You can enter comments in here as well and edit any of the predefined comments. Once I've entered in all of my ratings, I can save the appraisal and then click on View My Ratings. This gives me a snapshot of all of the ratings that I have done as well as my comments. If I scroll down, I'm also able to see any memo sections of additional information that I wanted to include in this appraisal. So under training opportunities, in this text section, I can list anything that I think this employee should do as far as training. These are predefined and you can add as many sections as you want to add any additional information. Once I've completed everything that I want in the appraisal as far as the sections and all of the ratings, I can go ahead and approve the appraisal. Once I've approved it, I would submit my ratings and whomever is the next in the approval line would receive a notification for their approval as well. I can also view what the appraisal is going to look like in a report format. So this will just show you a header record with all of the competencies, the scores, the definition, and what the overall rating is. Had I entered anything in the training opportunities or any other section that I had, those would appear here as well. The acknowledgement section is if we're using the online acknowledgement, electronic acknowledgement, or we can print a signature line on the appraisal form as well. Once everything has been approved, the acknowledgement section does become available, and both the manager and the employee have the opportunity to put in any final comments, and it will put a date stamp on it regarding the date and time that it was acknowledged. Once that is complete, the actual appraisal goes into appraisal history, where you can view it. Whether you're a manager or anybody that has access to that appraisal or that employee will be able to see the appraisal history.